This is the DJI Osmo Action firmware update and setup. So the first thing you want to do is take away everything but the camera. So let's do that now. We'll just put everything to the side. First thing you're going to do is remove all the screen protectors on the front and on the back. And they all have little yellow tabs that make it real easy to peel off. Then you're going to insert the battery like this. Make sure you push with both your thumbs on both sides because it has two latches and they have to be in secure for the battery to stay in. Then you want to open this side door on Osmo Action. Then you're going to take the charging cable. Then you're going to plug in the Type-C port right there. Then you're going to take the USB and you're either going to plug it into your computer or plug it into a brick like this that comes with your phone or other device, and then just plug it into an outlet and charge it up. Charging should take about an hour to an hour and a half. The red light will go off when it's fully charged, and then you can remove the cable. While that door is open, now is a good time to put in your microsd card. I like to use SanDisk Extreme that says V30 on it. It's really important you put in the card the correct way, so make sure you put it in like this. Then make sure that you close that door. Then you're going to press the power button to turn on the Osmo Action. Choose your language and then press on it. When you see this screen on the Osmo Action, you're going to have to get your phone and go into the DJI Mimo app. If you don't have the app, you're going to have to download it. It's free. There's two choices at the top, Osmo Pocket or Osmo Action. Press Osmo Action. Now you're going to want to press on the upper left hand corner in the app. Now we're about to do the activation, so make sure you have a good Wi-Fi signal. Now you're going to see Osmo Action with a little code by it. You're going to want to press that. Or you can go into your Wi-Fi settings and click on it there. Once you do that, you can look in the Osmo Action. It's going to say connection requested verification code. Just press on accept. Then you have to look at your phone. You're going to see a terms of use. You want to press agree. Then this little pop-up is going to come up. Just press enable. Then you're going to press next. Then you're going to press activate. If you've already used the DJI Mimo app before, your email should just appear right here, such as if you're using the Osmo Pocket. But if it's your first time, you're going to just have to register your information. So you're going to have to put in your email address and a password. If you want to create another account for the Osmo Action, you can just press change account. And then it's going to start activating your Osmo Action. When it's done, it's going to say activation successful. Then you can press on notice for beginners. It's just going to go a brief overview. So it's going to tell you about the micro SD card that you can use. The max is 256 gigs and it's recommended to use at least a grade 3. Like I said before, a SanDisk Extreme V30 is a good way to go. Then it's going to show you where the on off button is. Then it's going to show you where you can record videos as well as take photos. So the quick switch button will enable you to go into all your settings, and it will also allow you to switch between the back screen and the front screen. Then right here it's telling you all about the touch screen. You can swipe in all 4 directions for more features. You can select your shooting mode by tapping on the lower left corner right there on your screen. And with 2 fingers you can double tap simultaneously to go from the front screen to the back screen and vice versa. And it's worth noting, when you switch between the front and back screen, it's going to stop recording. So it's kind of a bummer, but it just lets you know that it does stop recording when this happens. Okay, so this diagram is letting you know, like I said earlier, make sure you press that battery all the way in with both thumbs so both of those latches keep it shut, because it will be waterproof down to 11 meters or about 36 feet. And then just press done. And then the firmware update screen will pop up. Now it's always good to have the latest firmware. I left that box checked on the bottom just so it will automatically update the firmware when I'm connected to Wi-Fi, because I always want to be reminded and download the newest firmware when it's available. So you're just going to press download. One thing to note when doing a firmware update, make sure your battery is fully charged on the Osmo Action as well as your phone. So then you can just press download to start the firmware update. When you're done with the firmware update, it's going to say update success and you can just press done. And that's it. Your firmware is all updated. Now DJI is always improving their technology and adding new firmware updates. So whenever you do your firmware update, make sure you turn the Osmo Action off. Make sure you log out of the app and then turn your Osmo Action on, and then go into the DJI Mimo app before using your Osmo Action, okay? So do your firmware update, turn everything off, and then turn everything back on, and everything should be good. Lastly, I recommend you get the DJI Care Refresh for your Osmo Action. This will cover you for 2 replacement units within a 1-year span. There is a small deductible, $29 for the first replacement and $39 for the second replacement. However, it will save you frustration and will give you a peace of mind. So you can get that at the website I left right here. All right, everyone, I hope that video made setting up the Osmo Action easy for you. My name is Brett Garamella with brettgaramella.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos like this. And before I go, guys, remember, siempre pa'lante, nunca para atrás.